different lengths. Why is netball nonsense?
It's just the worst sport ever
Oh,
invented.
my goodness, yes. I think you and I could do an hour on this.
It should be banned because it's not fair.
No.
It's a load of crap. It favours tall people who already do better at school discos getting off with boys anyway, and the whole thing is not fair. It's just not fair.
Do they have a thing
Holly,
called
we've really opened some old wounds.
Oh, yes. They have a thing in netball called a chest pass, right? And I used to get them in the face.
Did you used to have one of those bibs with
Yeah.
SG on it? For short girl.
But they put you against somebody, some girl 6 foot tall, who's going to mark you, and she just stands there for the whole time like
Just
that.
doing that. This is what she does. She does this for like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
That. And that's it. That's all you can do. It's so galling.
But one of the great puzzles of netball, apart from why anybody would want to play it, is that it has tremendous restriction on movement. So why would you want to restrict players to certain areas of the court?
Isn't it just to avoid contact?
No,
Because it's a very small court.
No, it's due to a misunderstanding. So what happened? The men's game basketball, invented by a man called James Naismith in 1891, and there was a PE teacher called Clara Bear of New Orleans, and she asked if he would send a copy of the rules. So he sent the rules, and it contained a drawing of the court with lines pencilled across it, showing the area that various players could best patrol. And she misinterpreted this to mean that players couldn't leave those areas. And she then wrote that into her version. And then it got worse. In 1903, a gym teacher in Massachusetts called Senda Berenson, she modified it further because she thought it was unseemly for young women. She wrote an essay about it, and she wrote, "Unless a game as exciting as basketball is carefully guided by such rules as will eliminate roughness, the great desire to win and the excitement of the game will make our women do sadly unwomanly things." So she made them all miserable as they are in that picture. So she banned tackling, and she instituted the 3-second time limit for holding the ball, and basically didn't think that people should run backwards and forwards because the girls' hearts would become what she called hypertrophic if they ran too far.
I mean, rounders was always the best of all the sports.
Yeah, I liked rounders.
Yeah.
I was dreadful at all sports. I was the first kid in my school to be put into remedial rugby. So they gave me a round ball because they were like, this kid's going to have his eye out on the points. Like...
At school, we had 3 divisions for swimming. We had A, B and C, and I was in F.
Just floating.
Yeah.
Do you like kabaddi?
Do I like kabaddi? I don't like it. I love kabaddi. Kabaddi is an Indian sport. If you don't know what it is, it's like somebody looked at a game of rugby and thought, you know what the problem with this is? The ball.
The ball.
We just get rid of that and we just have... And it's also the only game where the players, like, stand there and just go... Kabaddi, 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 kabaddi,
Is that
kabaddi.
it? Is that the whole thing?
What you do, you have to try and... One man will be sent out by one team and he's got to try and touch the end zone.
Right.
And the other team, they're usually linking up.
Yeah.
And they've got to try and touch him. But if he touches them, that's basically...
Is that
It's
British
tag.
Bulldog?
It's sort of like British Bulldog and tag.
Yeah. Well, it's very much kabaddi, OK? I won't have this imperialist conquest of our sport. It's like British Bulldog. No, it's very much Indian kabaddi. You may take our Kohinoor diamond, but you'll never take our kabaddi.
Sounds like a good game, but it sounds like what it needs is kissing.
But it's the only sport where, during the sport, you just say the name of the sport. It would be like a footballer kicking a ball and just going, football.
Do people get injured in it?
Yeah,
Do you get injured?
Is it rough?
I think it's one of those sports that looks pretty rough.
They
The
do
other
grab
thing
hold
that's
of each
weird
other.
about it is, yeah, they're sort of all in kind of loincloths.
Oh,
So...
wow. Now it's all good.
So, if you tuned in, you would think you were watching a particularly strange piece of all-male erotica.
Well, I was watching on YouTube yesterday.